Bakit po natin luluwagan? What is your logic behind that? Kasi
Logic being...
I cannot concur with your statement as a lawmaker.
Because yung iba po, binibigyan lang po ng permit to carry na with 500 rounds.
Nanalo na nga sila with that eh.
Yes, sir.
Why do you have to loosen the law? Pinag-uusapan kasi natin ngayong araw na ito, yung gusto niyo na magkaroon ng firearm, bawat Pilipino na gustong magkaroon ng firearm. Is owning a firearm a right or a privilege?
Mr. Chair, Congressman Acop, it is a right of every citizen to protect themselves.
No, I'm not asking that
regardless
question.
of what we use legally.
The question whether ownership of a gun is a right or a privilege.
Well, since we have
right
to defend ourselves
that is in the Constitution.
With whatever legal
Kindly answer my
unit,
question
then
directly,
we
yes or
believe
no?
it is a right.
It is a statutory right, a right granted by law.
Kindly present to me a provision of law that makes it a statutory right, that ownership of a gun is a right.
Yes, Your Honor.
What provision of law?
RA 10591.
What provision of 10591 would it state that it is a right? Abogado po kayo, di po ba?
Magandang araw mga kabida, maligayang pagbabalik sa ating channel. Sa video nga na ito ay ating matutunghayan ang mga maiinit na usapin sa Kamara o House of Representatives patungkol sa mga firearms at gun owner group na humihiling na luagan ang permit to carry sa mga nagmamayari ng baril dahil karapatan naman daw nila na magkaroon ng proteksyon laban sa mga masasamang loob. Sa kabilang banda, lalo namang uminit at tumaas ang tensyon sa komiting ito matapos tanungin ni Congressman Acop kung ang pagkakaroon ba ng baril ay isang karapatan o isang pribilehiyo na siya namang pinagtalunan ng komite kung bakit nauwi sa mainit ng diskusyon at sagutan ang pagdinig sa Kamara. Narito ang mga kapanapanabik na kaganapan.
Number 10591, also known as the Comprehensive Firearms and Ammunition Regulation Act, recognizes the right of qualified private citizens to self-defense through the use of licensed firearms and the need to provide legal support to law enforcement agencies in their campaign against crime, stop proliferation of illegal firearms or weapons, and the illegal manufacture of firearms or weapons, ammunitions, and parts thereof. The intent of Republic Act 10591 is to account for and register firearms in accordance with the requirements of state laws and regulations. Included are provisions that regulate the manufacture, import, and export of firearms and its essential accessories. However, it appears that certain provisions of the statute were intentionally or unintentionally too rigid and rendered the law unreasonably difficult for private citizens to own or use licensed firearms. The bill proposes rationalizing certain provisions of the existing laws so that the law-abiding individuals will not be unduly deprived of the right to legally own firearms and consequently to defend themselves, their loved ones, and their property. The measure seeks to amend the following provisions of the law. Letter A, the standards and requisites for the issuance of license to own and possess firearms. Letter B, yung pong carrying of firearms outside of residence or place of business. License to possess ammunition, issuance of license to manufacture or deal in firearms and ammunition, scope of license to manufacture firearms and ammunition. Letter F, registration of locally manufactured and imported firearms, and lastly, yung pong firearms for use in sports and competition. For these foregoing reasons, the immediate consideration and approval of this bill is earnestly urged. So, while I was comparing with my partner, Congressman Acop, and Senator Busita. Kasi nagkaroon tayo ng issue dyan nung hearing namin po about the those foreigners who are owning guns. No? Kasi maraming balita that can you kindly give us an estimate on how many fake documents that was secured by those foreigners to acquire license from FEO Kasi sa PNP, nakakuha si, Tony Yang di ba? You remember the issue about this Tony Yang?
Yes, sir.
So, bakit po siya nakakuha ng license, pero alam naman po natin na, well, siguro hindi nyo alam, pero foreigner siya, di ba? So, can you kindly explore this issue? Kasi kung si Tony Yang ay isa lamang doon sa mga hindi Pilipino na nakakuha, what more, yung iba pang mga foreigners? Sige, sir.
Yes, sir. Nag-submit po si Mr. Tony Yang ng mga requirements gaya ng birth certificate, yung license niya, driver's license. So, apparently, yung evaluators natin, sir, they thought na these were authentic documents. Kaya po, nag-proceed po yung application niya, sir.
Is there any no other way for the licensing authority to validate the authenticity of those licenses that required by your office? Kasi katulad nun, no? What are the requirements needed para po basta ba magdadala na lang sila ng driver's license or birth certificate? And per se, kung nai-produce na yun, that's it. You don't need to validate it anymore?
Based dun lang po, sir, sa sinasubmit nilang documents.
Yun lang pinagbabasihan.
Yes, sir. But ang process po, sir, is dapat po i-present yung original document, sir, when claiming the ID.
So wala pa tayong tinatawag na automated system on these requirements. Like for example, kung ang requirement nyo is birth certificate, wala pa tayong understanding or undertaking with PSA or the LTO with regards to this authenticity of these documents that was submitted to FEO?
Wala pa po, sir, but we have efforts towards that end, sir.
Kasi kung, for example, ako, foreigner ako, tapos magsasubmit ako sa inyo, do I need to be present when submitting all these documents like driver's license, birth certificate? Do
Yes,
I have
sir.
to be present?
Yes, sir.
Kailangan present ka.
Opo, sir.
And then, from that document, yun lang ang pagbabasehan natin kung i-issue natin sila ng ano.
Yes, sir.
So, parang nagkaroon tayo ng failure on this matter, no? Kasi we have found out doon sa hearing namin na hindi po siya Pilipino. The chair would like to acknowledge the presence of Congressman Rinante Arrogancia. So, ano po, ano nangyari po doon sa mga lisensya na issue natin kay Mr. Tony Yang?
It was revoked, sir.
So, how many more foreigners, no, na na-revoke natin ng mga lisensya?
Around 40, sir.
40?
Yes, sir.
So far, 40 pa lang. But meron pa po tayo mga ibang tinitignang mga personalities.
Yes, sir. Continuous po yung effort natin, sir, na mag-validate po, sir.
How about yung mga brothers ni Mr. Tony Yang? Sila Michael Yang? Sila ano? Na-issue ba natin sila ng mga licenses?
No, sir.
Wala.
Yes, sir. We checked already on that matter, sir.
And that is one of the provision of the bill na need to be addressed, no?
Yes,
Yung mga ganito. And doon sa bill natin, merong provision doon that foreigners can be issued licenses, no? Yung mga permanent resident na mga foreigners. So yun yung i-discuss natin po sa technical working group that will be created by this committee in a while. So baka may mga question ang ating mga members about this issue. Congressman Bosita.
Mr. Chair,
you
actually,
are,
wala
you
po
are
akong-
recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Actually, wala po akong questions to any resource person. Mr. Chair, may I move to create technical working group?
We will be asking muna yung ibang pang resource
yes.
person.
Sorry,
and then
Mr.
we'll be,
Yes,
be recognizing you. So,
Mr. Chair, excuse me.
Yes, go ahead.
Anyway, sayang naman yung time na binigay niyo sa akin. Mr. Chair, pwede po bang malaman sa FEO? Currently, more or less, may data po ba kayong dala kung ilan yung licensed firearms?
Yes, sir. We have data on that, sir.
May we know how many?
The universal data, sir, is around 2.7 million po, sir.
Registered firearms, license.
Yes po, sir.
Okay. 2 point.
To be exact, sir, 2,752,539 po, sir.
Yes. Mr. Chair, maray bang malaman, meron bang loose firearms? Siyempre.
Yes, sir.
Based on your data, how many loose firearms?
We have around 545,742 firearms that can be categorized as loose firearms because they cannot be renewed anymore, sir. Kasi po, na-revoke po sila, sir.
Okay, so if we have a list of lost firearms, and that is more than 500,000?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Meron po ba kayong accomplishment periodically?
Yes, sir. Meron po, sir.
Meron po ba dyan? Like, for example, Mr. Chair, today is January 13. So, last December, ilan po ang accomplishment ninyo against loose firearms?
Sir, we'll submit po, sir, yung data after this meeting, sir.
Mr. Chair, pwede po bang mag-request na to direct the PNP to submit list of their accomplishments with regard to the loose firearms periodically, Mr. Chair?
Okay, the PNP is hereby directed to submit to us ASAP the list of the accomplishment regarding doon po sa mga loose firearms, yearly. Am I correct?
Monthly, Mr. Chair.
Monthly. Okay. Para maging basis po natin sa technical working group that we will be creating in a while. Okay? PNP? Klaro po?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Pwede po bang malaman, Mr. Chair, kailan isa-submit ng PNP?
Within this week, sir.
Within this week? Siguro, Mr. Chair, kahit until Friday this week. Kaya po ba, PNP?
Yes, sir.
Yung po ba isa-submit nyo is good for 2024?
Yes, sir. Apo, sir.
How about yung ibang years po? Can you submit?
Yes, sir. Cumulative na po yun, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so Mr. Efren Reyes, kasamahan ko sa pelikula. Ilan na ba napatay mo sa pelikula using licensed
Ilang
firearms?
beses na akong pinatay. Good morning, Mr. Chairman and Your Honor.
You are now recognized, Mr. Efren Reyes Jr. Go ahead.
Thank you po. As a representative of Philippine Shooters and Match Officers Confederation headed by former TESDA Secretary Suharto Mangudadatu, former congressman too, I'm being the Vice President External of PSMOC. The position right now is I agree with mostly of all their resentments and with regards to the mga bills na they're trying to pass, and the position right now for PSMOC is the shooters, ever since the enactment of the RA 10591, we have been what you call this disenfranchised. Nawala na po ang karapatan ng mga shooters with regards to permit to transport. Before, we were enjoying permit to transport na mga 6 months, even yung iba nga mga binibigyan pa ng 1 year na permit to transport to all firing ranges in the Philippines, including practices and competitions. Ngayon, we are merely limited to 5 days for every competition. Wala pang, kung magwa-practice ka, kailangan pang kumuha ng permit to transport ulit. Masyadong nalilimitahan yung galaw ng mga shooters natin, where in fact, our shooters also represent the Philippines in world competitions. While limiting our practices and competitions, nahihirapan tayo sumali. But in fact, lately, we have been champions in a world shoot. Mr. Topacio, saan yun? 1, 2, 3, sila ang tatlong pan-Pilipinas lahat ang nanalo. Australasia ba? We are one of the best shooters in the world. If we restrict our shooters, baka bumaba tayo sa standing natin. Yun lang po ang request ng PISMO for this time.
Mr. Reyes, I would like to disagree with you. Wala pa naman itong mga batas na ito nung nanalo ng 1, 2, 3, di po ba?
Ito
Wala
na
pa
po.
naman eh. It's the present law kung bakit nanalo yung ating mga competitors na sinasabi mo. Why would you say na hindi naman nanalo kung ipapasa natin itong mga bills na ito? What is your
By
basis?
nalilimitahan po yung ibang mga shooters
Hindi na
natin.
nalilimitahan nun. Nanalo na nga sila eh. Ikaw na mismo ang nagsabi eh.
Opo,
Oh.
yung iba po, meron
So, ibig
konting...
mo sabihin, kailangan natin luwagan.
Luwagan lang po natin. Ang
Bakit
konti.
po?
Ha? Dahil nalilimitahan po yung mga competitors
Hindi,
natin.
it's limited by law. Bakit po natin luluwagan? What is your logic behind that?
Logic
Kasi hindi,
being...
I cannot concur with your statement as a lawmaker.
Because
I
yung
cannot.
iba po, binibigyan lang po ng permit to carry na with 500 rounds.
Nanalo na nga sila with that eh.
Yes, sir.
Why do you have to loosen the law? For you to win again?
Or to maintain.
Maintain lang po
Yan.
natin.
Siguro yan.
That's why I do not
Ilagay lang
agree
po
with your
natin.
point, Mr. Reyes.
Kasi nga po, yung mga nakaraang mga chief PNP po, I'm not mentioning na, napunta po sa chief PNP ang pagbibigay ng permit to carry sa mga sport shooters wherein we do not carry. We merely transport the firearms.
Hindi. Ang point ko, Mr. Reyes, with the
Opo.
present law, nanalo na kayo ng 1, 2, 3. Yun ang sabi mo eh.
Opo.
Oh, tapos ngayon, luluwagan para magkaroon kayo ng 5,000 na ammunition for one. Kasi limited to 500 according to the law.
The 500 is for the transport of the firearm, of the ammunition to the range.
Yes.
Yung 5,000...
That is not enough.
The 500, usually po, 500 is kung minsan kinukulang pa ang shooter sa firing range for a competition.
Yung PNP, do you agree with that? That 500 is not enough for practice? For one practice session? Under the law, they can replenish? Oh, what's the problem?
Opo.
Wala palang problema eh.
So, ang sinasabi ni Chairman Acop ay we created champions, di ba? The best, no? Using the present law. And in this bill, increasing the amount of ammunition, no? Parang hindi natin nabibit yung purpose, di ba? Unless that we wanted to have more champions, no? In different categories. So probably that's the best answer.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, we will just submit our position paper later.
Okay. All right. Kasi yun lang yung narrative po ni Chairman Acop that since we have already approved yung law and we created champions at mga magagaling sa buong mundo, palagay ko ay marami pa na maghahangad kung mas marami yung nagagamit nating mga ammunition during practices ng mga associations. Congressman Plato, go ahead.
Mr. Chair, thank you, Mr. Chair. Ito lang question ko, I would like to direct Mr. Chair sa mga gun owners, itong mga gun clubs. Mr. Chair, yung bang Mr. Reyes, meron ba kayong mga, tuloy ba, yung mga continuing seminar tungkol dito sa mga, kasi nangyayari dito sa umpisa lang ang seminar. May lisensya 5 or 10 years ang license ngayon, dapat siguro may continuing para sa mga storage practices, yung mga tungkol sa updated laws and regulations, at saka yung mga conflict resolution techniques and responsible handling of firearms in various situations. Meron ba tayong ginagawang seminar o doon lang sa umpisa? Sa umpisa lang ba?
Meron naman po mga gun ownership na na mga nagpapaseminar. Sino ba yung mga nagpapaseminar sa responsible gun ownership? Merong isang group na kina 5-0 ba? Unfortunately, 5-0 is not here to what do they call the group?
Okay. Chairman Acop, Now you are recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. May I know from the resource persons, the manufacturers, the shooters association, is owning a firearm a right or a privilege?
Anybody from the
Pinag-uusapan kasi natin ngayong
Yes.
araw na ito, yung gusto niyo na magkaroon ng firearm, bawat Pilipino na gustong magkaroon ng firearm. Now, let's start sa general principle. Is owning a firearm a right or a privilege? May I ask from the private sector first?
who want to answer the query of Congressman Acop? So, Ma'am Gina Angangco, you are recognized. Please answer the query of Congressman Acop, please.
Mr. Chair, Congressman Acop, it is a right of every citizen to protect themselves,
No, I'm not asking that
regardless
question.
of what
I'm asking
we use legally.
the question whether ownership of a gun is a right or a privilege.
Well, since we have
Your
to
right to
defend
defend, that is in
ourselves
the Constitution.
with whatever legal
Kindly answer my
unit,
question
then
directly,
we
yes or
believe
no?
it is a right.
Wait, ma'am. Please, when the members of this committee is speaking, don't interrupt.
I'm
Please
sorry,
wait
sir.
for
I will
the,
follow the protocol.
Yes, please wait for the members to finish first, and then you can reply. Go ahead, Congressman Acop, please.
Is ownership of a gun a right or a privilege?
Yes, Mr. Congressman, we believe
Yes. No
it
more.
is
Yeah.
a right.
It's okay.
Yes.
How about you,
If
Mr.
we're
Reyes?
qualified.
It's a right.
The open mic. Open mic, Mr. Reyes, please.
Very specific yung tanong ko, ownership of a gun.
Yes, it's
It's a right?
a right. Like,
Okay.
It's almost like owning a car. It's a right to own a
Okay.
car.
Yeah. Kayo po, madam.
Comelec. Attorney James or Attorney Bautista, you can reply to the query. Please answer.
In my opinion po, Your Honors, it is a privilege to own a firearm.
Thank you. Kayo po. Doon po sa mga shooters association.
Paki-turn up yung mic. To the associations of the Mr. Attorney Gutierrez, you are raising your hand, please.
Attorney Rodriguez, Your Honor. Anyway, technically and legally, it is a statutory right. A right granted by law.
Okay. You want to ask?
Kindly present to me a provision of law that makes it a statutory right, that ownership of a gun is a right.
Yes, Your Honor.
What provision of law?
RA 10591.
What provision of 10591 would it state that it is a right? Abogado po kayo, di po ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
Statutory right meaning it is granted by
It
law.
is provided for by law.
Yes.
Nagkaintindihan tayo. Abogado rin po ako eh.
Yes, I know.
Kaya nga, what provision of law? Kindly state that provision of law. Kasi sinasabi mo statutory right. I'm asking you, what law grants that statutory right?
We'll check on the provision, Your Honor, of the law and I'll get back, Your
Yes, hanapin mo lahat
Yes.
yan. Wala akong makita.
Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Members of the PNP, you want to reply to the query of Congressman Acop, please? Simple lang naman tanong eh. Sige na po. You want to answer? Sige, go ahead. Please state your name.
Attorney Castillo from DND.
From DND?
From DND.
Go
The
ahead.
right to own firearms under the law is only a privilege, right, Mr. Chair? The rights that are mandated are those the right enshrined in our Constitution, but the right to own firearms is merely a privilege, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
PNP, please.
Sir, it is a privilege. We have a Supreme Court ruling to that effect, sir.
Asek Racho, please.
Mr. Chair, it is a privilege, sir.
All right. It's a
Privilege
privilege.
about transnational crime.
Attorney Martin Ontok.
Your Honors, I would have to echo the sentiments of my colleagues. It is a privilege, Your Honor, and not a right.
Colonel Dilag, ano ang Supreme Court decision which says na ownership of a firearm is a privilege and not a right? Kasi binanggit mo na merong Supreme Court decision.
Yes, sir. The Chavez versus Romulo, sir.
I beg your pardon?
Chavez versus Romulo, sir.
When was that promulgated?
2009, sir.
2009. Okay. Would you agree with that, attorney? Doon sa huli.
Congressman Akop, can I be allowed to speak? Attorney Lacambra, Your Honor.
Okay, you are recognized, Attorney
We need
Lacambra.
to distinguish between the two basic rights. Since it's now allowed by the law, it's
Ano po
now
ang
considered
allowed by law?
for the RA
Let's be clear about
10591,
it,
Your Honor.
kasi very specific yung tanong ko.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ownership of a gun.
It
is
is
it a
a-
right or privilege?
We need to distinguish, Your Honor. Since it's now
Hindi,
allowed by law,
what do
it
you
is
need to
a
distinguish sa ownership of a gun?
it's now a statutory right, Your Honor.
Ownership
Because-
of a gun?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ano
Statutory
po ang
right.
provision?
The state policy of the RA 10591 itself states, Your Honor, granting the private citizen to the right to own a licensed firearm, Your Honor.
Will you
It's a
please read that
statutory
provision
right.
of law na specifies ownership of a gun?
Yes, Your Honor.
The right to own a gun or right to self-defense ang sinasabi?
My partner will answer it, Your Honor.
So we have the copy of Republic Act 10591. What particular section of Republic Act 10591 are you pertaining with? Kasi yun ang tanong ni Congressman Akop.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sige, state it, please.
Article on registration and licensing.
Article what?
Section 8. Anong article? Article 3, Your Honor. Article 3 of RA 10591, Section 9. It says there, subject to the requirements set forth in this Act and payment of required fees, a qualified individual may be issued the appropriate license under the following categories.
May be issued.
Yes.
May be issued.
Yes.
In other words, it is subject to regulations.
Well,
would you agree with me?
Yes, Your Honor. Of course. That's 10591. I think we are getting confused between
I'm
a
not
privilege.
confused, attorney.
No, the
I'm
confusion.
the one asking questions here.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not confused.
Okay.
I would like to read also a decision of the Supreme Court
I'm familiar
entitled
with that, Your
Acosta versus Ochoa, date, GR number 2111559, October 15, 2019. The gist of that decision is that use of firearms is a privilege, not a right. There is no constitutional right to bear arms. Neither is the ownership or possession of a firearm a property right.
We agree, Your Honor.
Wala na tayong pagdebatihan kung nag-agree ka, attorney.
Hindi.
Di ba?
I think we have to
Ikaw naman gusto mo pa lumusot eh. Huwag kang
clarify the
lumusot.
privilege and statutory right. It's practically almost the same and synonymous.
Walang nagsasabi directly na statutory right to own a firearm. No. I would beg to disagree with you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes.
Alright.
Huwag ka na lumusot,
So,
attorney.
ang pinag-uusapan
Kasi,
po,
bago ako pumunta rito, nag-research na ako. Kayo, hindi nyo pa nga siguro nababasa yung mga ito eh.
We are very familiar with that, Your Honor.
Come on, attorney. Don't tell me that crap. Itong tanda kong ito, marami na ako nakasalumuhang kagaya mo. Itong palusot.
Thank you, Your Honor.
okay. Alright.
Now, there's another
go ahead,
question.
go ahead, Congressman Akop.
General principle, Mr. Chair, regarding this issue. Now, dito ngayon, pag-uusapan natin, which is more important, accessibility or safety? Matanong ko pa nga kayo, ano po ang mas importante? Kasi, if I read the provisions of the bills, ginagawa, mas gusto natin na mas accessible ang firearms at saka ammunitions. Now, which is more paramount? Accessibility to firearms or safety of the people?
Okay, resource persons who wanted to answer.
Mr. Chair, if I may.
DND, please, answer.
Under the Constitution, Mr. Chair, under the General Welfare Clause, is the safety that is more paramount, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
What's your reply, please?
Under the general welfare clause of the Constitution, it is the safety which is more
paramount
paramount than accessibility,
Yes,
Mr. Chair.
paramount consideration is the safety. Okay. PNP, again. PNP.
The populace, that comes first.
Okay. Nika, you want to answer?
Just like with the position of the PNP, sir, safety.
So the ILG, same position?
Yes, sir. Safety of the people,
And also
sir.
the national crime?
Yes, Mr.
Same?
Chair. Same.
All right. The manufacturers and the dealers associations, you want to answer on the query of Congressman Akop? Please, the one wearing a white polo, please answer back.
That's attorney. Thank you, Honorable Chairperson. We actually agree with the sentiments of the government personnel that the safety of the public is something to keep into consideration. Although we would also like to submit that the accessibility and also the safety does not necessarily contradict each other, that there could be a picking of certain provisions which may be both beneficial to both the safety of the general welfare of the public as well as also making it accessible to some licensed individuals, because as we know, and as also pointed out by the Representative Akop, and correctly so, that the ownership of firearms, it is actually a privilege. We just have to distinguish that there is a difference between the property itself, which is a right to property, and the being licensed to own, which is why we're here all today to request the kind indulgence of this committee, because we understand that the firearm ownership is regulated by laws, which is why we are here today. Having said that, we also submit that there is a possibility of promoting both accessibility and also the public safety, which is why we have to look into both jurisprudence, as also cited by the committee members here today, as well as relevant statistics, whether both local or international, to see trends, if there is any merit to promoting one sort of restriction over the other. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Any other resource persons who wanted to answer back? Mr. Rico? Mr. Rico?
Yes, thank you for recognizing this input, Honorable Fernandez. So for our feedback, and this comes from our experience of owning firearms for many years now. Of course, we all want safety, and our firearms laws here in the Philippines at present are actually doing a very good job at keeping the public safe. However, I believe that there is somewhat of a false dichotomy here between having to choose between safety and accessibility, because the reality here is that we can have both. We can have both. We can have very safe firearms laws and at the same time improve the efficiency to help lawful gun owners. And the reason why this is important is because the more we restrict firearms ownership, the more loose firearms proliferate. It is very easy for criminals to acquire firearms illegally. And if we make it very difficult for people to own firearms, it will only mean that criminals will have a bigger disadvantage over us, and the more likely that firearms being sold in the black market will proliferate, because legal firearms are very difficult to acquire. So I think that we can accomplish both by working together. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Actually, mag-12 na, and we have another schedule. And probably, if Chairman Akop is already done. You're not yet done. Sige, go ahead.
I might be a member of the technical working group. Gusto kong malaman na kung ano kaisipan nila eh.
All right.
Bago kuhan.
So you want to this other resource person to answer as well?
Sinasabi po nila, the right to own a firearm is associated with the right to self-defense. Ganon yung mga statement na naririnig ko po sa inyo eh. Di po ba? Would you agree with that?
Who wants to answer? From the...
Kayo, gusto nyo magkaroon ng firearms for self-defense. Di po ba? Yun naman ang katotohanan eh. Bakit po di natin aminin? Sige nga. Eh bakit kayo tahimik ngayon?
Advocates. Attorney.
If I may, yes, Representative Akop, that is mentioned in Section 2 of 10591, sir.
If you read Section 2 of RA 10591, Declaration of State Policy, the state recognizes that the right to self-defense is provided as a justifying circumstance under the revised penal code. However, this right to self-defense, it is to be done through the use of firearms, is granted only to qualified, underscored, qualified citizens. And therefore, there's a need for regulation. Would you agree with that also?
Attorney, go ahead.
Yes, Representative Acop, yes, there's a need for regulation, which is why we are here today to propose what possible means of regulation may be, because even if it were a loosening or restricting, either or would still be regulation.
Yes. And assuming for the sake of argument that the right to possess firearms was considered a property right, it is doctrine also that property rights are always subject to the state police power. Would you agree with that also?
Yes, your Representative.
And therefore, regulations have to be made.
Yes, as long as it is reasonable, Your Honor, and following the proper standards of the strict scrutiny test, intermediate scrutiny test, or rational basis, as the case may be, sir.
Now, this question would be addressed to the public and the private resource persons. Why should one have 20 firearms if the purpose is for self-protection or self-defense?
O, dito muna sa mga gun advocates. Dito muna tayo. Left side. Anybody can answer. Again.
Your Honor, while we understand that the license to own and possess a firearm is a privilege premised on one's inherent right to self-defense, it is also understandable that it being property, if a person is already licensed and qualified to own a firearm, they may own multiple firearms as they may wish, and as long as the regulatory agencies would see it and deem fit that they can own it. And by the current status of legislation, it would depend on the specific type of firearm if they are allowed to own 2, 5, 10, 15, or more, Your Honor.
Okay, sa side ng ating mga government agencies, you want to reply on that? O, sino? Sino po?
Yung police dapat sumagot eh.
DND and PNP yan
Bakit
siguro.
yung pinapayagan? Kasi, sa tingin ko, mas marami kayong earnings na nakukuha. Kasi mas maraming napapalisensya na firearms eh. I think that's the only logical reason that I can see. Why would an individual, single individual, need 20 firearms? If he's not a, shall we say, anong tawag na natin po doon, yung collector of firearms. Sige nga.
Geraldine,
justify.
Mr. Chair, we have gun owners or shooters who likes to compete in every category. Merong pistol, merong revolver, meron din pong rifle. But meron din pong shotgun. Pero meron din po talaga, sir, napansin kami na nangongolekta lang po ng mga various calibers ng firearm.
Under the law, meron kayong category ng mga firearms collector eh. Di ba? But you are not answering my question. What is the logic behind an individual owning 20 firearms if he is not a firearms collector?
In other words, bakit nyo pinapayagan? Kung hindi naman po sila, aside from being a guns collector, di ba? So, bakit natin pinapayagan?
Before,
Sige.
nung nasa serbisyo pa ako, one long and one short lang ang allowed eh. Would you agree with me also?
Yes, sir.
Yes. One long, one short lang allowed na bago na ng mga batas. Now, give me the logic why an individual person would be allowed to possess 15, 20 firearms. Bakit? And why would a person need 50 rounds of ammunition, more than 50 rounds of ammunition? Except for those firearm, shall we say, involved in sports.
Okay, Mr. Topacio, go ahead.
Mr. Congressman, I can cite an example on why a person would need more than 15 guns. So
More than 20.
Yes. So before, if we talk about 15 to 20 years ago, ang uso lang po is a 1911 and a rifle. But now with technology, if you notice, if you go to the gun show po, Mr. Chair, may I remind you, we're all for safety. When we put up gun shows, most of our seminars is about gun safety. We prioritize safety. Most shooters prioritize safety before they even shoot. That's the first thing you are taught. So with regards to a person owning 20 guns, it's different for every scenario. For example, I'm a sports shooter. If I get into a category, let's say for example, pistol caliber carbine, when I compete, I don't buy one gun. I buy two. So dalawa na kagad yun. I also buy, for every category that I compete with, I need two guns, especially if I'm serious, if I want to compete. Because pag nasira ang isa, I have no time to repair or replace. And another po, with regards naman po to self-defense, dati po, lahat full-size pistol. Now we have a full-size, you have a subcompact, you have a compact, you have a micro pistol. So you have 4 different sizes already for pistols. And as time goes by, every now and then, a person would buy a new gun because masyado na malaking baril ko. I used to carry a full size, but as I am getting older, I would want something more compact. Dati, all steel ang baril ko. Now, I want a polymer pistol. So that's one of the reasons why people have more than 15 or 20 guns. Because there are times that I have to buy 2 guns for competition, and at the same time, if I have a permit to carry, I have the option now because I bought a compact, a subcompact, or a micro pistol, or a full-size pistol. So that's probably, Your Honor, kung one of the reasons why people need 15 or 20 guns. They can be competing, there's new technology, there are even pistols right now that are foldable. I don't want to carry a pistol in my bag kasi sumasabit siya. So there's a foldable Glock pistol now that's available in the market. And there's a smaller revolver that's smaller than a micro pistol. So every person who are qualified to purchase a firearm, every person who has an LTOP has the option to buy these guns. And as long as they can pay, as long as they can register their firearms, as long as they comply with all the legal requirements that 10591 and the PNP set, as long as they are able to renew their firearms every time, there's nothing wrong with that. Kasi at the end of the day po, Mr. Chair, from our perspective po, we'd prefer po kasi na okay na marami ka, basta rinirehistro mo, basta rini-renew mo. As long as we have the data kung nasaan yung mga baril mo, we're fine with that. Kasi, believe it or not, Mr. Chair, we are one of the most strict when it comes to issuing licenses.
Doon po tayo magdidebate na, Mr. Topacio. Yeah. And I will stand at the plenary to object to that if these bills will pass the committee level. I wouldn't agree na dapat kung po pwede magkaroon ka ng 20 na firearms. Gusto ko na bumalik sa dati.
That's why, Mr. Chair, if I may po, during my statement kanina, it's important to take note that 10591 is primarily for the legal gun owners. Kasi if we assume that all legal gun owners with RA 10591, those who have more than 20 guns, kung i-assume natin na all those people are may masamang balak, even we could even ask the president to.
I'm not assuming anything. Don't put words into my mouth. I did not assume
That's why, Mr. Your Honor, if I may po, that's why po I emphasize that we separate those legal gun owners who conform to RA 10591 and those illegal gun owners or illegal manufacturers, illegally possessed firearms, should be separate. Because what we want, why we support these amendments is because aside from the industry that it supports and the economic impact that it has, it also alleviates the problems that gun owners have been experiencing for the past how many years? Because this bill was passed 2014, and we have had IRRs that have overreached already, and that's why we're correcting it now, and that's why we support po yung amendments po.
Could you please give me an example where an IRR provision has overreached?
So, a perfect example, Your Honor, in your law, RA 10591, I'll give you an example po na ngayon po. It's sort of an issue sa industry. We have a provision in RA 10591 that allows every gun owner to own 7.62 by 39 and below. As of now, only 223s are being licensed. 7.62s haven't been allowed for the longest time because there was a restriction set by the previous administration na bawal nga po ang mga calibers na to. But in your law, it is stipulated that it is allowed. But in your IRR, I think they... Yeah, pinagbawalan na po siya. But I think, Your Honor, 223s pinapayagan na po ngayon, but the rest of the calibers until now hindi pa rin po.
PNP, would that be true?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
May know the basis of the PNP, why you are not following the law?
The regulatory function of the PNP, sir.
Can a regulatory function or provision of the PNP rise over and above the law? Following your logic. It's a,
No, sir.
it's a provision of law, according to Mr. Topacio, and you agreed to it. Why are you not following the law?
But, sir, going back to the provision on licensing firearm, that this may be licensed to qualified individual, sir. And at times, sir, yun nga po.
If, Colonel Dilag, if it is expressly provided by law and your IRR doesn't say so, it says otherwise, I think that's ultra vires. And the good lawyers would agree with me. Di ba? Are you trying to tell us that you are defying the intent of the framers of that law?
And that's the reason why we wanted to have a technical working group. Medyo masyadong masalimotong istorya ang ating pinapasok. But of course, we have seen the different positions of the different government and private sector. And this representation believes that we need to create a technical working group on this purpose. So I need to have a
Mr. Chair.
motion.
Mr. Chair.
Congressman Bosita, please.
Mr. Chair, after our lengthy discussions, no, parang isa lang nakita ko na the best na i-handle itong technical working group.
Yes.
Mr. Chair, may I move to create a technical working group for these measures?
So there is a motion to create a technical working group. Any second the motion?
Second, Mr.
It's
Chair.
duly seconded. So the motion is now approved. Second,
To be
who's
headed-
gonna head the technical working group?
To be
Yes, sir.
headed by Honorable Vice Chairman, Attorney General Representative
So,
Romeo
wait,
Macosi
there's a
Acop.
motion, but we need to find out the availability of Chairman Acop, if he will going to accept the chairmanship of the technical working group or not. So, Congressman Acop,
I
please
do not
reply.
know if the Honorable Busita is mad at me. Simply because he's giving me more work.
And there's a lot of balancing that the good chairman have to do on this issue, no, on the three house bills that you're going to discuss. But I think it is imperative for the chairman of transportation to be a part, no, of this technical working group as a chairman. So I believe so that we need a man like Chairman Acop to head the technical working group. And naniniwala naman ako na magiging fair, no, si Chairman Acop. So there's a motion that Chairman Acop be the head of the technical working group that was created by this committee. Any second the motion?
Second, Mr.
This
Chair.
was duly seconded. Any objection? Hearing none, the said motion is now approved. All right. So the members of the technical working group will be Senator Bosita, you will be a member as well. Congressman Plato, Congressman Arrogancia, Congressman Dago will be a part of it as well. And also Congressman Tebes, who attended this hearing. And eventually, pag nagdi-discuss na po kayo, meron na kayong knowledge about it. So, no objection. So, the members that was mentioned by this chair will be a part of the technical working group. All right.